Sleep. Redefine your rest for success in work, sport and life. Written and read by Nick Littlehales. Introduction. Don't waste your valuable time sleeping. When I asked the person behind the counter of my local bookshop where the sleep section was, she gave me a quizzical look, turned to her computer, and after some searching, pointed me in what she hoped was the right direction. Up 4 flights of stairs, in a dark and dusty corner, I finally found it, a small collection of academic tomes on the science of sleep. A handful of volumes on dreams and what they mean. New age takes on an age-old process. My hope is that it's not where you found this book. There is a revolution going on in sleep. For too long it has been an aspect of our lives that we take for granted, and historical patterns suggest we place less and less importance on sleep itself, certainly by leaving fewer hours for it. But a burgeoning body of scientific research is drawing links between our poor sleep habits and an array of health and psychological issues, from type 2 diabetes, heart disease and obesity, through to anxiety and burnout. It's time for sleep to take its place in the spotlight. It's time to look at this essential process of mental and physical recovery and see how we can do it better so that we can get the most out of our waking day, be more effective at work, and give our best to our relationships with family and friends, and feel great in ourselves. Until the mid-1990s, we were getting away with it. Most of us took 2 consecutive days off for granted, otherwise known as the weekend. Our work finished when we left the office, or wherever it was we did our jobs, and shops were generally closed on Sundays. Then came a seismic change in our lifestyle. The internet and email altered forever the way we communicate, consume and work, and mobile phones, initially just phone call and texting devices, soon morphed into little pools of blue light, which we now spend so much of our time gazing. The idea of being constantly connected became a reality. The 24/7 working mentality was born, and we had to make adjustments to keep up. Overstimulating on caffeine, popping sleeping tablets to come down and switch off, burning the candle at both ends. The traditional idea of a good 8 hours sleep at night became the stuff of legend. The result has been extra stresses and strains on relationships and family life. Not only that, some scientists and researchers connect our lack of physical and mental recovery time with the tangible increase in many diseases and disorders. Something has to give. I am a sports sleep coach. It's a job that is unlikely to come up at your local careers service, and that's largely because it's a role I have managed to fashion for myself. This journey began when I was the International Sales and Marketing Director of Slumberland, the largest sleeping comfort group in Europe in the late 90s. I grew intrigued about what the top football club in the country did about sleep and recovery. They must have a sophisticated approach to it all, I thought. So I wrote to Manchester United to find out. It turned out that they did nothing. The reply from Sir Alex Ferguson, who would soon make history with his treble-winning team, asked if I'd be interested in coming in and taking a look. Sleep wasn't considered a performance factor back then, but I was fortunate that sports science was becoming a bigger part of the game and that the curiosity of one of the greatest managers of all time had been piqued. I was equally fortunate that I was able to work with one of the players who had a back problem and make some adjustments to his routine and products. You can't cure a back injury with a mattress, of course, no matter what some manufacturers might claim, but I was able to have a positive impact on the player's management of his condition. I became more heavily involved with the club, even providing Ferguson himself with some products and advice, as well as the famous class of '92, Ryan Giggs, David Beckham, Paul Scholes, Nicky Butt, and the Neville brothers. This top-down approach where everyone from...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?